Hey guys. After our last episode, it was a little heavy.
Mhm.
But me and Kayla made up.
Mm,
And
mm.
oh, have we not?
No, we have. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So we decided to continue on our journey
Uh-huh.
of becoming rich and famous.
Yep.
Anything to
So
say?
we're here, clocking in for another
Clocking
one.
in. We are going to be talking about books today.
She could talk forever. Clear your calendar, guys. Cause
Okay. You know, already I feel like you're starting with an attitude.
listen, we made up. We kissed, we made up.
Okay. Well,
So I'm gonna need you to respect me here.
what?
I'm gonna need you to give me respect and start this episode
I'm always
respectfully.
respectful.
Well, we're gonna need to be respectful of each other right now. We've already kissed and made up.
We didn't kiss.
I don't know why you're denying it. It's
Because
fine.
I'm
No,
a truth teller.
this is why. This is why we can't continue this.
Okay, should we talk about our TBR first?
Yep, let's talk about the TBRs.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Oh, let's do one book at a time. Like I'll tell you one, and then you tell me one.
Fine.
Okay. So for all those who don't know, TBR is to be read, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's like the list of books that you want to read. Cool. So I have a lot of them because I suck,
Yeah,
basically.
she's really slow at reading.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna start with, let's do Throne of Glass, the series. I like Sarah J.
Mm.
Maas, obviously. Reading the third book of ACOTAR, kind of. And I think I'll give her other series a chance, starting with that one.
I actually have also been thinking about reading Throne of Glass. I tried in high school, and I tried with I can't remember what the which book it was. I think it was like a prequel, so it technically could be the first book, but it's not
Hmm.
like the first release book, I believe is how it went. Um, but I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's because I was reading it online, because I do usually prefer having the physical book, but I could not like get into it.
Mm,
But um, at a bookstore called Between Realms, I was talking to the one of the owners there, and she was saying she really liked that series, and she was like kind of hyping it up. And I know it's like really popular too, so I was thinking of retrying it again. Not at the moment, but maybe later on.
so that's low key on your list later on in life, maybe.
Yeah, so I'll put this book as something I do like want to read soon, which would be Heartless.
Mm,
It is a standalone, and it's about the I believe her name's the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland,
okay.
and I guess it's kind of like it's more of like an inspired thing. It's like a prequel to how she became the way she was.
Yeah. You know what I noticed about the books you like or try to read?
Mhm.
It's a
What?
lot of inspired by movies you like The Labyrinth. You try to find books like The Labyrinth.
I love the labyrinth.
Or like stories from when we were kids, like Alice in Wonderland. You try to like
Mhm.
find those, Beauty and the Beast, stuff like that. Like you try to find those in books now.
And they're really hard to find.
They are. But I mean, at the end of the day, like there are some tropes, I guess, that like those Disney movies are all tropes that you could find in any book, really.
Yeah,
Just like the vibe isn't the same
and,
necessarily.
and that's my issue because I really that's what I'm trying to find mostly, not necessarily the story themselves being like copied, but just the vibe, which is I think why I really liked Caraval and Once Upon a Broken Heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because Caraval, in my opinion, reminded me of the kind of world Alice in Wonderland was. Like really weird and odd, and I love that. which
Yeah.
is also why I try to find fae books like that too. Like I want to just see something like weird, like something that you wouldn't see in a human world. Those are
Mm-hmm.
like my favorite kinds of things to read. And then Once Upon a Broken Heart also had that, but it was more of a fairy tale love story, which I absolutely love. And it was YA, which makes it even better for me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I definitely try to find books like that because those are like my favorite.
I noticed that. Yeah. But I feel like you always say they suck.
Because they never do good enough. It's like they, not that they all suck, like I said, because I loved Caraval and Once Upon a Broken Heart. But for the Fae ones, this is what happens. I'll find like, you have like Akatar, right?
Yeah.
Not that those sucked, but it just wasn't odd enough for me.
Yeah,
You know what
like
I'm
the world
saying?
building it wasn't extremely similar to Human World, but it was pretty similar with some magic touches.
Exactly. I want something where it's like, and I know there was even different creatures in that book, but I want the main characters to be like, I want them different color skins. Like you have some green people, some blue people. I want them some with ears, some with tail. Like I want all that stuff.
See, I don't want that.
Okay. I know the Cruel Prince does that, which is why I never finished it though. And I think
Mm.
again, here it is though. I think it's because I was reading it online. I think I have an issue with that. If it's like a series, I have an issue with reading it online, I think. Unless they're like super quick.
It's different.
Yeah. So I think if I had the physical copies, I would have finished it, but I got stuck on the third book. Now the beginning was kind of slow though. That I do remember, and for some reason I just quit it though. So I was thinking of also rereading The Cruel Prince sooner or later because I do remember I really liked the first book.
Yes, and we could do that together-ish because that's also on my TBR.
So here's the issue with doing books together, Kayla. We now have three books that we were supposed to do together. I guess
Listen,
okay, I will say Akatar technically isn't one because I did finish that way before you decided to read it.
yeah.
But Crave and Alchemize.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we started Crave literally together.
Listen, I'm setting the goal for Akatar. I'm going to be done with book 3 by next week.
Okay.
I will do it. Okay, that's my
I
goal.
I believe I'm gonna root you, if that's the right word. Root for
I
you.
I don't think that was the right
I'm
word.
gonna I'm gonna root for you. There you
I'm going to
go.
root you.
I forgot the word in between though.
Yeah. So I'm going to do it.
Okay, give me another book. What's another book?
I can't remember the name, of course, right now.
You
That
know, according to you, you were ready for this.
it was in my head, and then we started talking. And the ones that you read, the Shadow Song one, the Labyrinth one. I want to read
Oh yes,
those.
yes, yes, yes. Those were really good. I will say that was a really good labyrinth inspiration one. It just didn't go how I wanted it to, and that's why I didn't like it. I had an expectation for that book,
And that's why you're wrong.
and that's why I was upset with it. And if you don't have any expectations or how you want it to end, then you'll probably just like it just fine. But for me, I personally had an expectation for it.
I'm sure I'll gain expectations when I read it, but I feel like you come in with preconceived expectations.
Yeah, I had it. It's more of like how I wanted it to end.
Yeah. So that's why
Like
you set
it's
up
been
all
set
these
in
books
my.
for failure.
I do not set them all up for failure. I just simply, especially, it's kind of just trying to find books that will have like, cause like you said, I get it from the movies. So then, especially the Labyrinth, I love to try to find books where like the Goblin King
Mm-hmm.
ends
Yeah.
up with the girl, obviously of legal age, because in the movie she was not. So good thing they didn't end up in the movie. But that's why I want to find a book where they do end up together, and she's obviously older. and I'm just having a very hard time doing that. Or I'll find a book where that happens, but then that entire book, or at least half the plot, is literally spice. And you know I hate that with a passion.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm having issues with
Yeah, so maybe we
these.
should dive into that a little bit more. Because I mean, like I'm not against spice, and I think sometimes a little spice is good. But if I'm reading a porno, I'm not really interested in that. Like I need tension. I want them to be close to kissing, not like, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like that
yes,
tension right
yes.
before they're oh, you know what I
No, I know exactly what you mean. And that's my issue is obviously I would prefer that it was all closed door
Yeah.
books, which I know are technically that's the point of YA. So I understand if there's like a couple scenes in adult books, which I'm fine with. I can just skim through those.
Yeah.
But especially recently with popular books, at least on Book Talk, the ones I see,
Mhm.
so many chapters now. It
Mhm.
is so many chapters. Or a book will start out where it's maybe like one or two chapters, and then as the series goes, it's suddenly like half the book.
Yeah, and I don't really like it. Like I said, I don't mind it. I will read it. Like we talked about the other day when I was reading Akatar
Hmm.
and how my book went blank because, fun programming here. And during the spice scene, and I wanted to see that spice scene, but because there's like only like 3 spice scenes so far in the whole entire series, really.
Yeah, and I believe the third book only had three when we looked it up, didn't it?
Yeah,
I
or
think
2 or
so.
something like that.
Yeah.
And that's out of 700 pages, like
Hmm.
that's not a lot in reality. And it
No.
makes sense because they're in a relationship, they're going to be doing that. But if it's the whole time, bro, all
It,
650 pages
it's
filled.
it's so irritating. And I know it especially happens in dark romance books.
Mm,
That will literally be like the plot in some of those books. That is the plot at that point. Um, but like, cause I like dark romance as like in terms of like what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the
especially if it's
vibes.
like a stalker or something like
Yeah.
that. I love the idea of it. But when someone actually implements the idea, it just they
Very
always ruin
sexual.
it for me. They always ruin it for me. Especially the guy. If they do two point of views, the guy a lot of times literally only talks about
Having sex
her
with her.
looks and yeah, and wanting to sleep with her. That's it. It oh my gosh. Irritates me.
That's why I'm
Actually,
afraid to read things like Haunting Adeline, even though it is on my TBR, because it's
mm-hmm.
so popular and I
Yep.
know that it's gonna be very spicy.
Yep. I remember because remember I did read that in high school when I was like getting into dark romance.
Yeah.
It's literally a lot that's I swear it was probably like half the book. Literally.
I've already bought the first Haunting and Hunting, so I have to read it.
Oh, so you did because I know you accidentally bought the second book first.
Yeah, I went back because I'm not gonna have the second book because I can't read apparently. Maybe I'm dyslexic or something. I don't know. I thought it said
I'm
haunting and it said hunting.
I mean, if you're not really paying attention to it,
It's
I mean it's
basically the
kind of
same
close.
fucking word.
Yeah. And it's like the similar cover, so you're probably just not
It's
even
the exact same cover.
yeah. So you probably just weren't really you're like, oh there it is.
Yeah. That one's definitely spicy. I know that for sure. And
Yeah.
Fourth Wing, I've heard is very spicy as well, but it's
Which is
also
why
on my
I won't read
TBR.
it. See, I won't read that one because I already know it is. And also, I don't care for dragons. I'm not really a dragon person like that.
Weird.
And you like dragons a lot?
I like dragons. I think Crave was really kind of the first introduction to like a dragon that had like a main character dragon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I forgot what's his name.
Flint,
Okay,
of
yeah,
course. But like not only just him being a dragon, but like the possibility of the dragon world, like what they function as and how it works and stuff. Like I thought that was cute. I thought that was neat. I liked it. Um where I'm at in the
I
book, but it's not
yeah.
great. You know,
I do like I don't mind dragons. I just don't want that to be the only thing. That's my thing. I don't care if they're in like a fantasy book, but then I want there to be a bunch of others too. And my favorites are vampires
of course.
and fae. Fae are like fae is my main focal point right now, but before like I really got introduced to fae, it was vampires. So I'd say they're kind of both equal. You know what? No, I'll say vampires are like my second now because I do try to find more.
Wow.
It's because I do try to find more books with fae because that's where you'll see the odd worlds. Vampires, you won't
That's
really see
true.
that. They're usually just in the human world.
See, I think we're the yeah, I'm vampire now. And then I would say my second is Fae after reading Akatar. And then I'll do like dragons, then werewolves, and then any sea creature, and then
Mm.
space. I don't even want it on the list.
I was gonna bring up Red Rising. Red Rising is okay. I really like Red Rising.
Mhm.
I did not like the fifth book of that series because you can read the first three by themselves, but if you really like the series, you can continue on because the fourth book is 10 years later.
Dang.
Um, which the fourth book, it wasn't like my favorite, but it was still good. Like I was still interested. He did it differently in the fourth book because in the first three, I believe it is only Darrow's point of view. It might have switched maybe a couple times. I can't fully remember, but I don't really think so. But the fourth book, you have like 4 or 5 different points of views now.
That's a
He
complete
like
switch up.
he did a complete switch up. But the fifth book, oh my gosh, it's called Dark Age. Let me tell you something. It really was. It took me like 4 months to read that book. If I really like a book, I can read it in
A
like a couple
day.
days. I won't say a day because it is a thicker book.
Oh.
Yeah, these are thicker books, so I would say a couple days, probably like 2 to 3 if I really like a book.
Well, I've known you that you can read a book in a day and start another one.
Yes, I can do that if they're more on the short. It's basically that I can't do it. It's more of how long the book is. If
Yeah,
the
like if
book
it's
is
300 pages, I feel like you could probably do it.
probably, if I just spent all day doing it, I could probably do it.
But like
But
700 pages, you might need 2, maybe 3 days.
yeah, it depends on how, like, so, okay, for example, the Zodiac Academy series. Oh, I was flying.
Ate up.
I was flying through that series. But anyways, Red Rising, the fifth book, I just could not. It felt really dragged out and slow for me. It really did. Like, it felt like it could have been way shorter because it was a big book.
Oh no.
And the ending is what saved it for me. Like, I think I was going to continue the series anyways because, like, in terms of the series as a whole, I liked the first 4 books. It was literally just this one book. So either way, I probably would have continued to the sixth book. But the last few chapters is what made me get back into it, basically.
What
Because
happened?
it was awful, in my opinion. It was just so slow, and I did not care about what was going on. I was like,
Were you skipping?
please. No, I never skip books.
Did you
I
skip all the
except
TV
for
shows?
except, except spicy scenes, which I skim through, because some authors like to put something happening during that scene. So then, I'm going next chapter, and they're talking about something I got no idea about.
Yeah.
So that's why I skim. But yeah, Red Rising, and then so you then tell me that you were going to think about reading Red Rising until I still have no idea how you didn't know it was mostly in space.
You didn't ever disclose that information. We were just talking about how they had a hierarchy based on colors, and you never mentioned different planets.
I've
I'm
had to mention the different
I
planets.
swear you did not. Maybe I was when it was when I was watching Maya and
Mm.
I wasn't maybe paying fully attention, but I don't think you really did, honestly. because I would have been immediately turned off. I do not do space.
I know, but it's not like a like obviously it is a main setting, but it's not like scary space.
I don't do space.
Like they don't I don't know how to like there's nothing scary with it.
I don't
It's
even
a
care if
scary
it's
book in
scary or not.
general.
I just don't usually do space, sci-fi, maybe like futuristic type of sci-fi, but
That's what this
never space sci-fi. Never.
is. I mean, I feel like the first three books he doesn't travel a lot.
But it's a
I think he
romance?
mostly it's not heavy romance. No,
Mm.
no, no. It's more political and war.
I
But
like
they're
I like a romance though, like a main plot romance.
yeah, no, it's definitely not main plot romance. It has because you know me, I always say I like at least something with romance. It does have like a romance in it, but it is not the main focal point at all. It's mostly about literally freedom, democracy,
Mm.
war.
Mm.
And what I do like what he's doing is in the later books, you know, like book 4, 5, and 6, one of the point of views is from someone on the opposite side of the war. I do like that because now you're getting his perspective on why he's on that side.
Yeah, yeah.
And I obviously don't agree with him, but I can, especially because how he was raised, I can see how his thought process works. Like, I see where he's coming from. I just don't obviously agree with him. I just hope he doesn't switch sides because I don't like when authors will make like,
The bad guy
especially
good.
exactly. I don't really like. I like it sometimes. Like there was one character that did do that, but because we're getting like a specific point of view from this guy, and because he's now trying to like be like a main person in this war at this point, I wouldn't like him switching sides.
Yeah, and it wouldn't
I
make
want him to
sense.
stay there. But there obviously was people switching sides when it started, you know, hearing people out. I do like this one guy who might be switching sides. I'm getting excited about that. But I just definitely don't want this guy to. Especially because of how much he's done on this side already.
Yeah.
And also because before he fully got into the war, he was not on, I won't say he wasn't on any side, but he was not a part of the war as he was growing up until now. So it's like that was his time to decide which side he wants.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and so he picked that side. So I hope he doesn't change his mind and go on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It,
and it would be like the author trying to give him like a redeemable quality almost, like, you know what I mean?
yeah, so that's why, because like I said, there is like two people so far that did switch sides, but they were already kind of on that side to begin with. So them switching it was like, okay, now they're deciding to do that. But
Hmm.
him, he got to choose kind of from the beginning. So, and he picked the other side. So I want to stay like that.
Keep it that way, babes.
Stay that way. Plus, it'll be a super, super sad. Oh, I can't wait to see how he does it because it can get real sad. I mean, it's always this book series is always kind of sad. Everyone freaking dies at some point. Like it seems like so many characters are dead. I heard, I don't know if it's true, but I've heard a few people say that the author will literally put names in a hat and pick a name, and then that person gets like killed.
Stop.
Yeah, and that's how he does it. I heard some they call it like the death hat or something, or the hat of death.
That's kind of
It's just
dumb.
crazy.
No, because what if they get attached to the character and then they pick their name out of the hat?
Well, that's the point. So many people get attached to these characters; they're all dying off. But I like that because I feel like that's realistic to war. I hate when the whole cast survives.
Yeah, that's
Like it's not
dumb. I
realistic.
like when some important characters died, but if they were my favorite character, I'd be really pissed.
Oh, I'd be super sad, but I would understand. Like, there's one guy who I do not want to die at all, but if he did die, I'd be like, fair.
Mm-mm. See, I would be like,
Um,
and we're done.
Just
And
stop
we're
reading
done.
the book. There's like a few chapters left.
I have a question about Alchemized since you've already read it.
Okay.
Is I know it's romance, obviously. Um,
hmm
is there a lot of spice in it? I never really knew if there was a lot of spice in it or not.
I don't think so, if I remember it correctly. I know I didn't read it that long ago, but there was just so many pages in that book.
Yeah, it's a big book.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
In terms of like the plot itself compared to Spice, there was I almost want to say it wasn't even a quarter of the book with how much Spice.
Well, that's good.
I really don't think so. Which I heard it was based off of a Hermione and Malfoy fanfic.
I've heard that as well. So,
Which I can kind of see where it's coming from because I think the person who made the fanfic made this book. Yeah. I think the fanfic was called Manacled, and then they made this book, and they obviously changed it because they obviously couldn't keep it as Harry Potter. But you can, in terms of like what the characters look like, you can definitely tell. Well, let me rephrase what the main characters look like. You can tell it was supposed to be like Malfoy and Hermione.
that's crazy though. I mean, I haven't, I haven't read too much of it. I've only read like 100 something pages. But from where I'm at right now, it's pretty good. And I don't
Yeah,
stop reading because I'm uninterested. I don't stop reading. I just stop reading because I have to do. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then I forget about going back and reading it, or I have something else, and then I'm like, oh, I can only read for 5 minutes, so it's not worth it. But you, on the other hand, you'll be like, let me take those 5 minutes.
I actually no, I don't do that because I would get mad if I was in the middle of something good. I usually, if I have an hour, then I
Mm.
will read a book. I was trying to see what I rated Alchemized because I have a book rating journal.
I'm just not right now. Alchemize needs to do a little bit more world building for me, I think. I get the plot. I just don't really get the rules 100% yet. But I think that's
Yeah.
kind of the point because you're kind of maybe supposed to be a little confused like her.
hmm I don't,
Sure.
if I remember correctly, I don't think you'll get too much. Like, I don't think she gets into world building too much. I know you'll understand it more the more you read. 'Cause I know some of the terms don't make sense,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll kind of understand a bit more as you go along. But I don't think she fully gets into like, if I remember it correctly, I don't think she fully dives into world building.
See, I like that so much. Like that's why I like Akatar, honestly, because I can imagine exactly where they are. Like I see it. Like because she did a good job. Maybe not the rules so much, but like describing the places,
Well,
describing Valeris, the spring court, summer court.
okay, I think she does that in the book. She'll describe like where they're at. I was talking more of like the magic
Rules.
system.
Oh, she
Yeah.
doesn't describe the magic system at all.
No, she describes it. It's just it was still a little confusing for me sometimes.
It does seem very complex. Like it would need a series almost.
Well, I would say or like remember when I was reading Arcana Academy? I remember it was like I was
Mm.
talking about the different cards and I was like, dude, I wish she had like a page.
And she did the whole time.
And she did. It was literally in the back of the book though. Like I'm still surprised because I'm like, why wouldn't you put that at the front of the book? You put that at the very back.
So the whole time we're guessing, we're hooting hollering. Well, not me.
Me? You're hearing me hoot and hollering.
Just while you were reading aloud.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? And you're
You
like,
were
I
like
don't really
doing
know.
homework. I rated this book. Let me look. Yeah, I rated it 2.5 stars.
That's bad.
I just, for one, I thought they started like each other way too fast. You know me, I hate that. And
Yeah.
so do you too, I think, is what you just said. Um, I prefer, honestly, especially if it's an enemies to lovers. Oh my gosh, you know what? Let's talk about the tropes.
Oh, yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
let's talk about the tropes. I hate when people label something enemies to lovers and they just mildly don't like each other.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's not enemies.
Or or one of them maybe doesn't like them, but the other one has like no idea or
It's like
you
a
know what I
secret.
mean?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's like in their mind, like when you're reading the book.
Yeah, no. I want it to be, which is why when I look for enemies to lovers, I want it to be they're literally different sides of the war.
Like I wouldn't even count Raisan and Feyre as
Oh
enemies to
no,
lovers.
absolutely
But
not.
people do.
That's actually insane. They're not even near enemies to
But
lovers.
because all only I think they mistake mean for enemies.
Yeah, no. Mean does not mean
And
enemies.
I guess Feyre low key hated him, but like he was helping
That
her the whole time and it was obvious.
I think she hated him the most probably when because she was with Tamala at that time and he would come
Exactly.
in. Exactly. So it's not because she necessarily hated him because he like they have this past or something. She just didn't like because how he was being Tamlin. She didn't understand the whole backstory or anything.
Yes, exactly.
So that's not enemies. Absolutely not.
No.
Tamlin and Rysand are enemies.
Yes, and if they became lovers, that
Now
would
we got
be
an enemies lover.
and that would kind of be really good.
Someone write
Honestly,
a
if she goes that route, I wouldn't be mad.
fanfic. Well, Rysand and Feyre are actively mates.
You never know. Could throw in a third, a thruple even.
The biggest plot twist of all time.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, I'm trying to think of a good enemies to lovers. I do know. Um, hmm.
Hudson, no. Kind of Hudson and what's her name?
Oh, Ophelia, is that her name?
No, her name is not Ophelia.
Oh, what's her name?
I don't
I'm
remember.
looking it up. Crave main character.
That's I would say that's enemies to lovers in a way, almost. Because he did try to kill her,
Oh,
tech kind of.
her name's Grace. Totally went against that.
Yeah,
And
knew it wasn't Ophelia.
I'm not gonna say anything about Crave. I'm not saying nothing. Not a word.
But they were and okay, right now, as of what I'm saying, as what I've read,
I can't say anything. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to give my opinion.
Okay.
I'm just going to give my
Okay. Yeah.
opinion
You go ahead and give your opinion.
because she did not like him because she thought that he tried to
Hmm.
kill her through his ex, which I know
Correct.
now. I think that wasn't true.
Okay.
I'm there
Okay.
because she was loco,
Yeah.
obviously, and she killed her parents. Like I know all that stuff.
Correct.
Okay, does that change anything you have to say?
And I'm not saying nothing.
Oh no, that means something really bad happens.
I'm not saying anything. I'm so excited for you to read the fifth book.
Trinity, that means something really bad happens.
All I'm saying is I was low key really sad in the fifth book.
Trinity!
I would love you for you to read great.
You would love me? No, I'm joking.
Oh my god.
It's okay, we'll kiss and make up later.
Okay. It's getting desperate.
And we're done. And we're actually done. So you want to insult me? You want to disrespect me today? No, no, it's totally fine.
Okay, let's talk about another trope.
What trope?
I love bully romance tropes as well.
Give me one.
Zodiac Academy.
Ugh. Give me one that we've seen. Or maybe I would know.
We've seen.
Or like even in a movie.
Oh, maybe like Damon and Elena a little bit, but he wasn't bullying enough for me with her. He had
He
teased
was
her,
kind
not
of
really
doing
bully
that with
her.
Caroline though.
Oh yes. Okay, there you go. I mean, he went a bit extreme sometimes, but yes, that would be that would be what I would say that I like for books.
Uh,
And that's how Jedi Academy was for especially the first book.
yeah, but like, do you like when they are soft eventually, or
Yeah. Just in the beginning. And Jedi Academy, the main person who, so, it's two main characters, the Vega Queens. Well, that's actually later, but Tori and Darcy. Darius, well, technically all four of the boy royals um, were bullies, but Darius was the main one for Tori, and Seth was the main one for Darcy. But Darius and Tori end up getting literally married by
oh,
books 7 or 8.
but for
And
all those books, were they still doing the bully thing?
I think it's definitely the first book. I believe by the second or third, like it starts to lessen,
Yeah.
and then oh, this is such a big one. But this is what really made me like this book too. I'm just gonna say it.
Okay, just say it.
Darius and Tori end up being mates, and you decide if you want to be with that person or not. Tori says no
Oh.
because of all the bullcrap he did.
Oh.
And that's what I love. A lot of people didn't like that when Tori did that, but I liked it, and that's why I like her as a character because
Stood
she
on
stood on
ground.
business.
Yeah, yeah. So that is that your favorite one or enemies to lovers is?
Um, I think my favorite probably is Bully One.
I could see why because you don't like the spice, so that adds like a buffer in between before they even get to like actually liking each other.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, like I don't fully feel like I have a preference. It just depends on how good you write it
Yeah.
for me. Like if you're good at writing it, like these two, they were both attracted to each other, but they had no interest in sleeping with each other. Um, but this was also just bully. It was enemies. Um, and nothing happened until later. And also a good, which not a good thing, but one thing what that was interesting is she was getting more with his friend Caleb
Hmm.
before him. So then there was a bit of a triangle going on right there. Not fully, but like Caleb was catching feelings, but she was not liking Caleb in that way. So then Caleb and Darius were low key competing,
Jacob Bellum Edward moment.
except Caleb was the vampire and Darius the dragon.
Oh God. Your favorite.
Yeah, and then Seth and Darcy, because I said that was more between them. They just became friends.
No romance
Well,
there.
yeah, her romance was with the professor.
Oh, odd.
Luckily, the professor, I mean, she shouldn't be the professor anyways, but he was around their age. I think he was, let me actually look it up so I get the right number. Age gap between, it was definitely less than 8 years between Lance and Darcy. I want to say it was 5. Oh, really?
How much was it?
So it was 7 to 8 actually.
Oh, dang.
And Darcy was, I believe they were both 18. Yeah, because the academy is a college.
Well, at least they were adults.
But later on in the book, Darcy and the professor, his name's Lance, but everyone calls him, I guess it's technically Orion. I didn't know that. It's a star. I always called him Orion. They end up being mates.
The with the star?
Yeah.
Okay. How does that work?
What do you mean?
It's a star.
What?
What? I'm confused.
The man, the professor, his
Yeah.
name is Orion.
Uh
Technically, his name is Orion, I guess, but I always call him
oh.
Orion.
I see. I
His
thought you were.
first name's Lance.
I thought you were trying to say that the star and the other person became mates.
No, no, no. I was telling you. I guess there's a star named Orion. I
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
that, and I guess that's what his name was supposed to be. But I always said Orion.
So, yeah, I think your dumbness just kind of bleached into my brain for a moment. I would like if we could get recommendations. If you hear what our criteria was
Mm.
basically throughout this episode, it's limited spice slash closed door spice.
Hmm.
We love romance forward, or at least, a subplot or
Yeah.
one of the plots. And fae, vampire, good world building. Like if you're a good writer as an author, period. You know, and if you think Trinity's read everything,
I have not
so
read anything.
so please, please give her book recommendations. She only, if you heard the last episode, she only had one book left in her box.
Yeah,
Well, if you have any series in mind meeting
I
those
prefer
criterias,
series.
comment them. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
All right, end it.
Ending.